Good morning from a very early and beautiful morning here in France at the Chateau de Lalande. I am arming myself because we are fighting on two fronts, so to speak. It's getting two bathrooms done, but also the bed and breakfast room, the big bedroom, primed so we can eventually start renovating that completely too, because there's a lot of work that needs to go into the paneling that's there. That's almost 400 years old and needs a bit of help, but we'll get that done. So it's the last bit push to get everything out of our bathroom, meaning the tiles. Everything else is already gone. So yes, so that's what I'm going to do next, but I'm going to prep myself when I have some time in between to start sanding and prepping the big bedroom. And that's really exciting. Now let's go. So I think this is really interesting because when we look at how dark this is, and especially with the paper being brown, like old newspaper gets brown, this was two different colors. One was a more ivory colored, and there was a light gray. And then I'm looking at what we are doing. We're going actually back to the 17th century here with the color choices we did, and I'm really happy with that. So yeah, I don't know if you can properly see that. I think that comes through here. It's lovely. I'm still in the process of taking the trunking down, and trunking are the channels that are made out of wood for the electricity, which was put in, I don't know, 1890 about, or 1900. And that's all going to be removed, and there are hundreds of nail holes to fill and sanding to do. So this is the old border. It's pretty old because we know that electricity is here for over 130 years, 120 something. Although we're trying to research the precise date. So that predates electricity. Because the trunking was put on when this was still an intact wallpaper in the room. Now, again, this is trunking. It's where the cables, the wires for electricity go through. And then, not that this is particularly uncrumbly. I mean, you can see here, this is our big beam. It's huge, it's one oak tree trunk. And yeah, so it's done really well. I mean, they come down and then it's painted. So it goes around the corners so that it looks kind of the part, which when we are done renovating this room and restoring it, John will have put every piece of wire behind paneling or under the plaster, in the plaster. So no more visible trunking or cables. And I'm really, really happy about that because it's just not pretty. And I have to say, it's really quite satisfying to see this go. It's a lovely job to do, actually.
If I would have known that you'd come now, I would have had a glass for you.
You and your glasses.
Of course. Oh, look at you. I mean, excuse me.
So, look. Now, guys, let me show you something. Since it's my first time coming to your house.
Yes.
Okay, so we have, as Jewish, we have a tradition. When we come to a new house, we bring something sweet. So I brought an Israeli cake.
Oh, that looks good.
And it's sweet.
Yes.
So we call it marble cake.
Yes.
And it's chocolate, of course. Chocolate is the best thing ever. Marble cake, so this is for you.
And I
Thank
know
you.
this because my grandmother made it.
And wait. Okay. Of course, champagne.
Of course.
Okay.
This is my French part.
If you have to.
Look, it's still cold.
Oh.
And,
Let's open that.
And I brought a little thing from Israel, from the Dead Sea. It's all symbols because it's grenade soap. Grenade is very Jewish connected.
Yes.
Because we are supposed to make as much as good deeds as the grenade little seeds.
It's tzedakah.
Yes. And of course, for the aperitif, that's my childhood snack, bamba.
And what are those? What
When
are
you taste that,
Uh-huh.
you will never eat anything else. You put it in your mouth and it melts.
Oh. Wow.
And we say, and como bamba. Not como bamba. And of course all the rest is my stuff to try and make our...
Well, welcome and now let's
Yes.
have
Yes, thank
some
you.
champagne and go on a tour. And then we can cook.
Real story.
Now, see, this was done so long ago. This was closed up in the 1750s. So it's a lovely display cabinet.
Oh my god, you even have like in the ballet.
Stuart made that at Vivienne's.
You did?
Yes.
That's amazing. This?
Yeah.
Okay, can I take it?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god! Stuart, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Why do you keep it inside? You should have it outdoors.
Well, it's kind of a Christmas nutcracker, so it's kind of...
Well, for me, it's not a Christmas nutcracker. For me, it's like the ballet, the nutcracker.
Yes.
So it's all year.
See,
I know you're taking this
now that
off.
cabinet has
Yes.
to stay here.
You take this off, but this one, it's for me, it's like the ballet, way before Christmas.
Yes.
For me, it's more
Yeah, it has not. Yeah.
the nutcracker, right?
Mm-hmm.
This room is amazing, and I would like to know, since Stuart already did everything here, are you gonna do the same on this side?
I am. I just have to find the time to do it. But
waiting
yeah,
for
so
every year
yeah,
now.
so yeah, so
how-
the whole room will be
so
done the
like
same way.
You paint in blue, and you make the wood
Yes.
around it,
Yes.
and you really make everything.
Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing. This is just amazing.
It.
I'm gonna talk to the boss, so you have time. Don't worry. First of all, I'm just amazed you've done it, because I know the work it should be done with the wood,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's really lovely. And I know it's not very French what I'm gonna say now. It reminds me of Greece,
Okay.
ancient Greece, because they use lots of blue.
They did, yes, actually, that's
Lots
true.
of blue
Yeah.
with up here.
The Greek key. Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It reminds me of Greece, and
Yeah.
anyways, for me, blue and white will always remind me Greece, Israel. It will remind me more Mediterranean
Yes.
places. I know in France they used it, but I think they copied everything, the colors, because it's not very. This blue is not very French.
No, it's
the
called
bleu roi.
Wedgwood blue. So it's
Yeah.
actually the English blue that they use
Yeah.
in Wedgwood.
It's all I think they were influenced from their traveling around.
Yes, the world
And
tour.
this is exactly the blue you have in Greece, and with all the forms. And the China,
Well, it's some is it's Meissen, some it's Delft,
yeah, I think they
and
were.
all of it is 17th and 18th century. So,
So they don't want to say it, but I think it's a complete influence from Asia and,
Of course, yes.
and Mediterranean. So for me, it's not really French. For me, it's Mediterranean because I'm Mediterranean. So I find lots of colors that for me are my colors.
yes, and when you think about England or Northern Germany, when people went on the Grand Tour, well, the aristocracy went on the Grand Tour. They came from the north. It's cold, it's rainy, long winters, and then they went to the Mediterranean, and then they saw the blues, and it's. Of course, they wanted to take that home.
We call it blue sky.
Yeah.
That's the blue sky. In Hebrew, we would say blue sky, and I used to have in my house this blue
Yes.
with yellow, because only because of a Van Gogh painting with the yellow and the blue.
Yes.
But then I changed because it was too. I like blue more greeny, you know, like ducks and like
Yes.
turquoise. Voilà. I wore this blue, you know, turquoise. That's my blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors.
That's my blue. But I think that for a dining room, it's really, really nice. And with gold, it goes very well. And so this is where you make your dinners?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we had last November, we had Thanksgiving dinner here. We had the table diagonally, and it was 18 people.
Well,
It was
I can
great.
only imagine it must be real. And the light here is amazing, and the view, wow! It's a real wow because there's a view really. It goes really far away.
Yes.
I mean, you must have an amazing sunsets here.
Yes, we do.
We do, yes.
And sunrise is over there and sunset is
Oh
over there.
my God, I'm
Yeah.
so fan of sunsets, you know. Well, where I was born in Israel, in the south, where my parents live, I can also see the sunset and the sundown.
Yes.
And the same place like this, goes like this. And for me, it's like I feel so lucky to be able to see it.
Yes.
Because in France, it's very difficult to see it.
Yes. And every time we have a bad rainstorm and there's sun, we have usually a double rainbow over there.
Oh, yes.
Almost every time. It's amazing.
Who did the curtains?
I did.
Really?
Yes.
These
Yeah, they're lined.
You see this blue? I really like this blue. It's
Exactly.
bleu roi.
And we went to Paris and
beautiful.
saw this, and Stuart, it annoys him so much because I saw this and I said,
This is all crystal. You can see it.
Yes, yeah.
I said, this is our, he said, no, we just got here. We're going to the other stores, and we did. It was great. And we saw some other things, was amazing, but we went back to this because it's a perfect
So you actually did it in a machine?
Yeah.
Wow. You all are so talented. Seriously, I didn't have to do any curtains in my house, but I don't even know if I would do it. So you doubled it and everything. Oh my
Yes.
God. Amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, look. You found the same.
Oh,
Yes.
There's a story
God,
with that.
crazy.
They came from, in London, from Belgravia Square.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
So they have these amazing residences, and it was well, we don't really know, but it was most probably from a Russian oligarch whose property was seized, and so an auction house auctioned them off, and there was a bidding war for these. And Stuart really wanted them because so we have
Stuart,
the Greek
you
king.
did exactly the same.
That's right.
And then the
We had to
shell
have them.
Amazing.
We had to.
in there. So we
Where?
The shells. The shell.
right here.
So we've got the shell there
Oh, yeah.
and the shells up
So,
there.
Stuart said,
Oh, yes.
I want them, I want them, I
This
want
is such a detail. Oh, my goodness.
And it was difficult.
I'm sorry,
It was
this.
difficult.
This is it. How can you even see this kind of detail?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. I don't, but he does.
Oh, my God. Well, really, guys, it's work in progress.
Yes.
You can see it, but I think it's going very well. So if I come here for dinner, I would sit on this side, okay?
So you could see it.
Well, that was great times we had here. And so thank you, Dana, for coming here. It was her first time at the Chateau, and we had really a fantastic time. Next time we get together with her here, she's going to cook for us, and Tony and Jane, and who else is here. So it was great, and if you can check out her channel, it's Dana's Cookbook on YouTube. The other thing, of course, is this trunking. It is quite ingenious because wood is a fantastic insulator for electricity. So all the wires ran through these, and it's quite remarkable. I mean, it's routed out. These are way over 100 years old, and so it's quite. I find it quite remarkable that that's still here, but unfortunately, there's nothing really that anyone came up with a good idea to reuse this. So that's too bad. In any case, it's all gone, and it looks much better because there is a pattern to them, and it wasn't quite right. Now I'm going to start sanding, filling, sanding, filling, sanding, filling some more to restore the paneling and of course the trumeau, the beam, and after that, the ceiling I have to plaster, and you know how much I love plastering. So this is all going on while we simultaneously do it. Well, rehab 2 bathrooms. To be honest, it is quite a bit, and sometimes it is honestly too much, but we're getting through this, and I hope the result is going to be phenomenal. Now, thanks for watching, and we see you on Friday.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.